Forza Horizon 5, we have so many cars. Now some of these cars make us happy, a few make us angry, and 10 of them really surprise us as they have very unexpected features. So today, well, you read the title, you know what's going down, so 4,000 likes is the target if you want to help your boy out. You pressed it, right? Oh, you have? Oh, well, thank you very much. Hello, it is I, and let's get into this video. This Mark 1 Ford Focus a few weeks ago, and it drives so weird because whenever you take a sharp corner, the rear wheels lift up and it doesn't take the corners properly. I'm in here, I'm coming up to another sharp corner, now let's brake and let's turn in, and my rear wheels lifted up and my car's skidding. It's almost like I pulled the handbrake, but I did not touch anything. What about here? This is not very sharp, but can we turn? Look at it, it's lifting again. That's so weird. See, I mean, it's so weird that this car handles so random. Whoa, that was weird. Gee, why is my car bouncing? This is crazy. Okay, now I don't know if this is a Mark 1 Ford Focus problem or I just made a really weird tune for this car. I mean, if I did make a weird tune for this car, then I'll put the share code on the screen right now so you can maybe download it and see for yourself if it does the same thing. But yeah, it's so weird how this car drives. Like, I've built a monster. I've literally built a monster. In Forza Horizon 5, we of course have the MG Cyberster, which is an electric car, which is a bit of a shame, but it's a very quirky car. I mean, look at the tail lights, they're literally arrows. That is amazing. But it gets way quirkier inside the car because if you look at the interior, it has a yoke. And yeah, man, it's like a Tesla Plaid. And why does it have flappy paddles? Someone explain that in the comments down below. But yeah, man, how cool is that? This car has a yoke. I mean, it's very impractical and stupid, but it's a really cool, quirky feature. And that's why it's in this video, because it has a yoke for a steering wheel, and I don't think any other car has that apart from like Valhallas and Valkyries. I mean, this is a very wide steering wheel, that's what I'm trying to say, and it's like a yoke. Anyways, in Forza Horizon 5, we have the McLaren 12C. Now, you've probably seen this car in orange, yellow, black, silver, white, red, you know, a whole bunch of colors. But you've probably never seen this. Yep, this is a chrome 12C. Now, you might be thinking, oh, that's someone wrapped it chrome, yeah? Like Yanimals or something. No, they didn't. Because in reality, this is a chrome McLaren 12C from the factory. Yep, this came out of the factory as this color. And believe it or not, in Forza Horizon 5, that color is in the game. Yep, Forza actually recognized this chrome as a factory color, which is correct because this is a factory color. So yeah, you can actually have a factory chrome 12C, which is very surprising. In Forza Horizon 5, we have the Willys Jeep, which is a convertible car. I mean, it even has the convertible roof icon on the bottom right to show that you can actually put the roof up on this car. So you know what, let's stop the car over here and let's put the roof up in 3, 2, 1. That's not the roof. The windshield went down. Yeah, when I first found out about this feature, it got me shooketh because I was like, what? I had no idea that the windshield could go down on this car, so yeah, that's very surprising. So yeah, man, if you didn't know about this feature, then this probably really surprised you as well, but yeah, you can put the windshield down on the Willys Jeep. Now in Forza Horizon 5, we have this Jaguar CX75, which is a really cool car. Anyways, this is powered by a 1.6 litre 4-cylinder engine, and it sounds like this. And you know, you might be thinking, oh, that's a pretty cool sound. Well, I'm not thinking that because this sounds so unrealistic. And it surprised me because Forza Horizon 5 has amazing sounds, and then this car just comes along and sounds nothing like the car in real life. Because in real life, Jaguar made this car sound very, very aggressive, almost like a real Jaguar. How crazy does that sound? That sounds nothing like a 4-cylinder. And then you listen to it in Forza Horizon 5 and it's like... Yeah, I don't like it. And yeah, man, that's why it's in this video, because it's so surprising how unrealistic this car sounds. Okay, now, so let's see secret that for the most part, Forza Aero looks absolutely terrible. But there are some cases, surprisingly, where the wings do look pretty good. Because on the 993 911 GT2, if you go to the rear wing, oh, would you look at that, it's got a Forza wing, and I've installed it already because it does look pretty good. Because if you look at the wing, that is how it looks. Look at it, it curves around the wing. It's like it's tailor-made for the car. I love how it's like sort of adapted towards the car. Honestly, man, if you saw this, then you would have no idea that it's a Forza wing. It looks like an RWB wing. It's amazing. So yeah, but I really wish that Forza could like tailor the wings, the Forza wings towards the cars that they're put on. Because honestly, that is a really good way to improve Forza Aero. I mean, this just looks amazing. It's like it's made for the car. Now, the Morgan 3-wheeler is a very hard car to drive, and yet it has a 2-litre V-twin engine from a motorcycle, an S&S engine apparently. And yeah man, motorcycle engines in Forza do sound pretty meh to bad, like they do typically sound pretty bad. But in Forza Horizon 5 with the Morgan 3-wheeler, it actually sounds amazing. I mean, just listen to this. Yeah, that sounds so good. I mean, if I feather the throttle, then listen to this. That is so realistic, I love that. It honestly sounds like an old school Harley Davidson or a Royal Enfield, which I think is where this engine is from. I mean, it's the same people who make those engines for those bikes, but yeah, I cannot drive. But yeah, it sounds so realistic, and that's why it's in this video, because it's so surprising how realistic this car sounds. It's amazing, it's amazing. Oh my god, this car is a little bit scary though, it's a little bit scary. The C8 Corvette is a pretty cool car, because it looks cool, it sounds cool, and it even has vents to cool the engine. Now with the cooling vents in Forza Horizon 5, you can't usually paint it, so it just remains black or whatever color the vents are. But what's cool about the cooling vents in this car is that you can actually apply a vinyl shape. If you make it yellow like the color of the car, then look at this, you can actually paint the vents. So let's put yellow there, let's put yellow there, let's put yellow there, let's put yellow there, and let's put yellow there. I mean, all of the black pits can be painted, which is really cool. And just like that, I have an all yellow car with black wheels and red calipers, and it's an all yellow body car. That's what I'm trying to say. And yeah man, that's why this car's in this video, because it's very surprising that you can actually paint non-paintable parts on this car. It's very cool. Now when you think of donk cars, what's the first sort of car that comes to mind? Well, probably 80s to 90s American muscle cars and sedans, right? I mean, you'd probably never think of an off-road buggy as a donk car, would you? Would you? I mean, you wouldn't. But in Forza Horizon 5, you can actually turn this into a donk car. Because if I go to the wheels, and you can actually make the wheels massive. I mean, it starts off at 15 inches, and it goes all the way, not to 18, but 21 inches. That is crazy. And of course, it's the same thing on the front. Look at that. That is crazy, man. Look at the front tire profile. There's nothing there. And you could really sell it off as a donk car if you can actually change the wheels to something very donkey like this. And just like that, I made my very own donk car. Everyone else is jealous of my donk car. How dare you crash into me? Why is everyone crashing into me? What are you doing? Now in Forza Horizon 5, there are quite a few cars which come with police light options, but the Crown Victoria is the only one of those cars which actually resembles a proper police car. But believe it or not, there is another car which comes with these options, kind of, and that car is the Jaguar Mark II. Because if you go to Aero and Appearance and then go to the spoiler, you can actually install that onto your car. Yep, so you got a speaker above the license plate, and you also have a single police light, along with these two signs on the top of the police car, which look pretty weird. Now you might be thinking, oh, that's very random, like what are you gonna do with that? Well, you can actually put designs up there. Look at that, I got my very own Audi Mark II Jaguar, yeah. And yeah man, it's so cool that this car also comes with realistic police lights. It's so amazing. I mean, this genuinely feels like a 60s police chase. And you're nicked, yeah, this is amazing. Oh no, he's driving away.